morning, good evening, welcome to the channel. I'm Gaston, YouTube's favorite ginger, and everyone is talking about the Kyle Rittenhouse case, and with good reason. However, I want to take a look at the situation through a different angle. Why? Well, after Dementia Joe was elected into office, I started seeing a lot of people, even in my personal life, becoming red pilled. And it wasn't because of the atrocious job that Beijing Biden was doing. No, it was because now that the Orange Man was out of office, people were seeing how much and how often the media lied. Well, my friends, the Rittenhouse case has brought us another red pill moment, and we're going to explore it together. From suburban Democratic moms realizing they are living in a progressive bubble to billionaire hedge fund managers realizing, hey, maybe I was wrong about this one. The red pill comes for all. If you haven't seen Ben Shapiro break down the Kyle Rittenhouse case, I highly encourage you to do so because even though I am an attorney, there will be no legal analysis in this video. Now, some of you may be asking yourself, what even is a red pill? You mentioned it twice in your intro. What the hell is it? Well, my friends, the term red pill and blue pill refers to the choice between willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill or remaining in contented ignorance with the blue pill. In the political sphere, the red pill is when someone leaves the Democratic Party. For example, Elon Musk tweets, "Take the red pill," in another strange turn for the billionaire. Elon Musk's strange tweets have continued, with the CEO on Sunday tweeting, "Take the red pill." The red pill is a common internet term for those shifting their political views rightward. Okay? So now that we know what a red pill is, by the way, I took my red pill after I left college. Full disclosure, I voted for Hillary Clinton in 2016. God forgive me. But taking the red pill is good. It means you're learning, you're growing. So we have here Bill Ackman. As you can see, he doesn't have it in the description. He's a billionaire hedge fund manager. Let's see what he has to say. Last night, Neri and I watched several hours of the Kyle Rittenhouse direct testimony and cross-examination. We came away believing that Kyle is telling the truth and that he acted in self-defense. We found him to be a civic-minded patriot with a history of helping his community as an EMT and a fireman in training in his removing hate graffiti earlier that day from a local school and ultimately in volunteering to protect a business during the night of August 25th in Kenosha. Our first-hand impressions of Kyle were materially different from those that we had previously formed based on media reports. I'll just read that again. Our first-hand impressions of Kyle were materially different from those we had previously formed based on media reports and opinion pieces that we had consumed. I have always been frustrated to read an inaccurate press report about a subject I know well, yet somehow I continue to believe that other articles in the same newspaper about subjects I know less well. This happened to me too, but it was part of my red pill moment. Media and political bias are dividing our country and destroying lives. While we have not heard the entire trial, based on our assessment of Kyle on the stand, we believe that he will be found innocent. Side note here, while I believe that he should be found not guilty, you're not found innocent, you're found not guilty, I fear that, people are people, and the jury is made of people, and people succumb to political pressures. So while I hope he gets off as not guilty, I'm uncomfortable with the situation. Found innocent by the jury. Oftentimes, communities react negatively and even violently after a jury verdict where they are surprised by the outcome based on what they have previously read in the newspaper, seen on TV, or more likely been served on social media. I encourage you to watch the trial, or at a minimum, his testimony and cross-examination, before you form a view of his guilt or innocence. With respect to my own political bias, I am not a gun owner, nor am I a member of the NRA. On balance, I support stronger gun regulations and removing loopholes on the sale of guns. Unfortunately, it seems that society's view of Kyle's innocence depends more on one's views about gun control rather than what actually took place late August. Kyle Rittenhouse's life is at risk. Justice demands a fair trial. Society would benefit greatly if politics did not enter the courtroom and convict innocent people. Here's the best and most bewildering part of this whole thread. Just got a call from the media asking if my Twitter account was hacked. That is, the reporter could not conceive of the idea that I could believe that Kyle is innocent because I am not a right-winger. Crazy. Red pill moment. Unbelievable. So you have people at the top of our society getting red pilled. Elon Musk a couple months ago. Bill Hackman now, right? Bill Ackman, excuse me. But now let's go to the more suburban side of things. Suburban moms. Suburban moms who voted for Joe Biden. Let's begin with Sarah Beth Berwick. As you can see here in her description, Montrealer turned Angelino. She's Canadian. Come on, folks. Basic yet edgy Jew. Survivor of Facebook lawyer mom groups. I love Jeopardy. Politically homeless. Team reality. So this woman, she was not politically homeless long ago. She was of the Democratic Party. But now, after taking the red pill, she finds herself politically homeless. Because taking the red pill doesn't mean you become a Republican. It just means that you come to the unsettling reality of what the Democratic Party has become. So let's begin. Sarah Beth Berwick. I am highly educated and reasonably perceptive, and it was only today that I learned that Kyle Rittenhouse victims were white. My progressive bubble made this seem like a very different case than it is, because Kyle is being smeared by the media, being called white supremacist. Why? I have no idea. No idea. They're also calling him an anti-Semite because two of the people that he shot were Jews. Now, let me tell you something, folks. I'm myself a Jew, and I can't understand how a person could be an anti-Semite for shooting Jews when he didn't know that they were Jewish. But you can't expect much from the media. Let's keep going. Let me add a few points. 1. All my friends' family are progressively, and I recently woke up to their hypocrisy and mainstream media bullshit. I admit I haven't paid much attention to the case. 3. If you hear someone called a white supremacist enough times, you believe it unless you realize you need to question everything you've been told, which is why it's keeping me very, very busy of late, because she got the red pill. This has nothing to do with... Given the behavior of those who attacked Greenhouse, would it make some kind of difference had they not been white? It's as if your epiphany only came when you discovered that they were white, and they would have kept your sympathy otherwise, regardless of anything else. This has nothing to do with my sympathy. My point is that by not paying close attention to the case and not verifying that I have heard from my progressive friends and MSM, mainstream media, I assumed this case was about a white supremacist. And it wasn't. It was an innocent... I'm not going to say innocent. It was about a kid that seems to be innocent, who's just trying to do what he thought to be the right thing. Was it the smart thing? I don't know. Was it the right thing? I also don't know. Going to a troubled area to provide security and health? It's not wrong, but at the same time, you're putting yourself in sketchy situations, so maybe it's not smart. Let's see if she said something else here. No, there was another thread of hers that I wanted to show you, but I don't think I'll find it. One more thing, if I still cared about being called racist, I could have been scared to post this because people would have somehow twisted it around to call me racist. I'm thankful to be free of all that noise. The red pill, white, it might be hard to swallow, but once you do, you are free of all that noise. But, my friends, we have another mom. Hear me roar. Her bio: advocate, mom, pro-truth, anti-bullshit, master's degree collecting dust as I have abandoned my political party because I still stand for human rights. Same with me. I abandoned my political party, the Democrats, because they're a bunch of woke authoritarian fools, tyrants, who care not for human rights or diversity of thought, the only diversity that actually matters. Hear me roar. Kyle Rittenhouse, I am sorry I unfairly judged you and thought you were a racist. Full disclosure, watching parts of the trial were both humbling and horrifying. When this happened months ago, I was a sheep. I watched CNN and bought what they were selling. It's okay. You admit it. You've realized. You've grown. Don't be ashamed. I truly believe that Kyle was some racist kid that drove across state lines to be far away place armed with an AR to fuck shit up for shit and Googled at a peaceful BLM protest. I believe that he opened fire and killed innocent black people that were rightfully and peacefully protesting the right for equality. This week, I learned I was lied to about what really happened. A lot. I am horrified and embarrassed by my ignorance and unwillingness to recognize propaganda. The past several months have opened my eyes to a lot of things, and for that I'm grateful. But I will own it. Kyle Rittenhouse, my deepest and sincerest apologies. I don't blame this woman whatsoever. I admire her. Not only for having the courage to look elsewhere from where she found comfort, CNN, but also for coming to the realization that she was wrong in the past. That's admirable. And as she said before, humbling. I have people close to me in my personal life who are going through the same thing. They can't believe the fake news. They can't believe what they thought of Kyle's situation. And they can't believe the arguments that they had with me back in August. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The red pill. Hard to swallow, but healthy in the long run. The prosecutor should not have brought charges on this case, yet he did so because he had political pressure. Woke and political lawyers are a danger to society, and if we ever get woke and political judges, it will be the end of our society. Yet I fear that we are on track for that, because now we're seeing the rise of political and woke lawyers, and it takes longer to become a judge. Usually judges are older, more experienced, and so I fear that in 5 to 10 years, we're going to be seeing the rise of political and woke judges. And if that happens, my friends, I fear that we will never have justice served again. But what do you guys think? Do you think charges should have been brought? Do you think we will ever see justice if we have political judges? Woke judges? Comment down below. Now, before we end this video, I want to quickly mention Joe Biden, Beijing Biden, Dementia Joe, whatever you want to call him, how he, back in August, called Kyle Rittenhouse a white supremacist. Right here. He at least insinuated he also white supremacist. We also have LeBron James tweeting, making fun of Kyle because he was crying while on the stand. LeBron James also tweeting when this cop saved the life of a black girl by shooting a black girl who was about to stab the other girl. Accountability, you're next. Because of that was right after the George Floyd time. He was insinuating that he would go to jail like Derek Chauvin. LeBron James is a scumbag, a disgusting person, an elite, top 1%er, who benefits off slavery in Xinjiang province more than any other American possibly. Well, maybe not the Nike CEO. But this man, LeBron LaChina James, benefits off modern slavery. And he thinks he has the righteousness, the morality to make fun of Kyle Rittenhouse for crying, a kid for crying on stand. LaChina James is a disgusting human being. He's a scumbag. He should be ashamed of himself. Almost 9 years ago, I wanted a dog. So I went to the Humane Society because I wanted a puppy, and I wanted to call my puppy LeBron James because LeBron played in Miami for the Miami Heat, where I live, and I was a fan. Now, when I got to the Humane Society, I fell in love with the puppy. But it turns out that it was a female because gender is a real thing. So I couldn't call her LeBron. And I'm so thankful that my dog is not called LeBron because I love her so much. And if her name was LeBron, I would have to change it. And that would be weird. That's it for today, folks. Thank you for watching. And if you have Democratic and leftist friends, share this with them. Open their eyes. Because a red pill, while hard to swallow, is very necessary. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Have a good day. See you next time.